Alright, now that we've won this beautiful Porsche 911 GT2 RS, it is featured in a single bonus series in elite section of your career called Porsche Ascendancy. So let's jump in and find out what we've got here. Let's see, 4 cars featured. I thought there were 3. I guess it's 3 that I own, and apparently I don't have 911 Turbo from 2009 in my garage, so we'll have to get that sorted out. But for now, let's jump in. Race some of the fastest and most powerful production Porsches ever produced. Alright, so this one looks like a full 22 tiers, maybe? Yep. Alright, so, and then the first 25% completion will get us 7 gold. So 22 tiers, I guess halfway would be like what, 11, right? That's exactly halfway. So, and we got a couple of time trials prior to 11 tiers and a couple afterwards, so I'm expecting exactly, if you complete every event up till that point, that'll be the 50%, and then halfway there would be 5.5. So somewhere in tier 5 or tier 6 is where we're gonna get that 25% completion. And this series does not pay out a whole lot, does it now? Even though it is in elite section of your career. So what do? Anyway, let's start at the beginning, as that's where we can start, really. No other options. So we got 3 events for first tier: Elimination, Endurance, and Cup. Elimination at Mount Panorama, Endurance at Melbourne, and the Cup at Hockenheimring Short. So it's not related to any particular geographic locations, just tier 1. So alright, I guess we'll just start from left to right. So jump in with the Elimination, and let's check out the cars featured here. We got, of course, the brand new 911 GT2 RS, which is the only car that can complete this series, because to complete it you need to bring your PR up to 90.2. And I believe you can get there with this car by getting basically every upgrade except for this final drivetrain upgrade. I think you need everything else. So you're gonna need basically 27 total upgrades to complete this series. But because I have, let's say, my 918 Spider Visec package fully upgraded, it's up to 89.4 PR. That's spec that you get when you fully upgrade this car. I should be able to complete at least 75 completion without having to put any more gold into any of these cars here. And then, of course, we got the open top version, the convertible, the 918 Spider concept. One of those cars that when it first appears in your career, it is like way above all the other cars that you have to race against. So this car kind of stands out from the crowd. So a very nice car, very fast car with a very good takeoff, right? So, well, you know, all the 918s in the game are a lot of fun to race. So there's that. And then here's the one that I'm missing, 911 Turbo from 2009. It's just a cash car, and this car, I must have driven it in like one of the Gauntlet events. And the only reason why I would say that is because you know, I'm sure your car does not look like mine, because this looks like it's been customized, doesn't it? And it has been. And just few basic layers, you know, give it some racing stripes, if you will, because otherwise, you know, you don't want to look like this bare. I know, we gotta do something about this finish, so we'll get around to it. I had this customized at one point, and then you know, they got taken away, so what do you do? And of course, 918 Spider Visec package is the one with the Inuyasha. So which car to take it out on this first elimination? Let's go with the slower one, shall we? Or should we do the brand new one? You know what? Let's take the brand new car. It's a new one. We should take it out on the road more. Alright, so elimination at Mount Panorama. Of course, because I don't want to drive more than I have to, because I'd like to preserve the service bars as much as I can, so I can reach the most distance into this series without having to service the car unnecessarily. So, or should I? Yeah, I think I will. Which means once you get to the lead position, then you can just park yourself in the corner at the cutting corner, right? About like 3/4 way up the hill. Whoa! Oh, that was some sprint there. Obviously, completely missing the braking point. Anyway, there we go. Climbing up the hill, and then we'll just set up shop right here, right before the cutting, and then we'll let our friends come park and push me up the hill. There we go. Push. Oh boy, these cars don't have enough horsepower. Alright, 2 in a row. There you go. Can we get 3? Alright, 3 cars. One got stuck. Which is fine. So that's about the distance perhaps I need to cover here. They all want to take this inside for whatever reason. Alright, one's going away, and then are we gonna lose him? Nope, not so much. Alright, which one's disappearing now? Alright, so now we just have 2 more eliminations. At this rate, I don't think they're going. I'm going anywhere here. These cars, some cars can push up the hill like this pretty quick, but these cars obviously are lacking in a bit of horsepower department, not enough torque to push me up the hill. Either that, or this brand new 911 GT2 RS is way too heavy. It's made of lead or something. Of course, we know that's not true, but anyway, there you go. That should take out maybe a couple of service bars, but not much more, I don't think. Hey, level up. Sweet. Alright, so few extra gold for take along the road here. Always helps. Alright, so that does it, and everybody else of course is driving a 911 turbo, so not exactly a evenly matched race there. Anyway, so that took out like 1.5, I think. So yeah, that's why I do it the way I did, or did it the way I did. Alright, so first gold trophy done. Moving on to I guess we'll do endurance. Let's see how... Oh, look at that. All my friends showed up now. Anyway, Melbourne. Sure, let's take the same car out again. And what's going to be the distance? 9.4 kilometers. Alright. Still, I mean, single digit, right? With a decimal point. So that's still quite easily doable for really any of the cars featured, as you would expect. I want to say maybe... I want to say about a lap is about like 3 kilometers here. I don't know. I think it's about 3. I might be mistaken. Which means we probably need to do like 3 laps here. Or maybe it is longer than that. Okay, there's 1 kilometer. And then we're kind of halfway around the circle that we're drawing here, isn't it? Aren't we? Alright, so we got 1.8 kilometers here. Whoa! Pay attention. Alright, so 2 kilometers and... Okay, so is it gonna be a little bit shy of 3 kilometers maybe, or right on 3? Yeah, it's gonna be a little shy of 3 kilometers, so we're gonna have to do 3 laps, and somewhere in the 4th lap we'll probably just kind of park, because once again I don't want to have to drive, or I would like to race this car in green as long as I can. The way this car accelerates, I feel like there's like a second, generally the rate of acceleration decreases as your speed comes down, speed goes up, right? But this car, I feel like there's a, like, obviously from 0 to 60, so to speak, or 0 to 100 kilometers, there's, you know, pretty consistent ramp of acceleration, right? And then it kind of slows down, like the rate is a little bit milder, if you will. But with this car, I feel like there's another spot where it kind of spikes up again. I feel like that there's like a spot where it accelerates faster than other spots that leads up to that point, if that makes any sense. It feels like it. I don't know if... I'm pretty sure that's not the case, but at least when I'm racing this car, I feel like there's kind of like almost like a second wind that comes along and kind of throws me off. I know. Yes, I am blaming the car for any time I miss a braking point. That's right. Alright, anyway, 8 kilometers and we're into the 4th lap. You know, excuses. But yeah, even just now, right there, I felt like somewhere in mid 200, it starts to like gain acceleration. That's how it felt. I don't know if it's necessarily true, but anyway, there we go. Hitting the mark, 9.4 kilometers and change. Here we are in the middle of city Melbourne. And another 20 seconds to kill. Yeah. The awkward silence. So how was your day, everybody? Mine is just fine, thanks. Alright. That does it. good enough for another gold trophy. All right, and let's check out once again a lot of 911 turbos. There was one 911 or 918 Spider concept, not the Visec package. So all right, I'm sure against my TSM friends, distance is gonna be way far away. So that took more bars than I wanted to spend there, but at least we'll complete this first tier with the car in green. All right, 2 trophies down and one more to unlock tier 2. So let's get going on this single lapper cup race at Hockenheim. Maybe the car will end up in still stay in green or remain in green even after this cup race, because it's just a single lapper at well, short circuit. So how long is a short circuit at Hockenheim? I have a feeling that's shorter than Melbourne, isn't it? Which means it's gonna be less than, like, around 2 kilometers or less, I think. Alright, get to the front. Hit those braking points. Sharp corner here. And the Sachs curve. Alright, I somehow managed through there. I guess that's where suspension and brakes upgrade kick in. And got a pretty healthy lead distance, 500 plus meters. Alright, we'll wait for these guys to catch up a little bit. There we go. Alright, minute 18. So if I obviously didn't park in the middle of the track and waited for the rest of the grid, I probably could have finished it around the minute. Okay, wouldn't a lap in Melbourne take about that much time as well? I think. Something to check out. Yeah, that does put car in red just barely, but enough to dampen the performance. Anyway, that does it for the tier 1. The third gold trophy unlocks the tier 2, of course. Get 3,000 racing dollars for the effort, and we're moving on. So we'll see you in tier 2.